Hello dear student, how are you all? I think everyone are fine there. So student, today we are going to begin with thinking about the poem number 2, Wind. So before beginning the question and answers of the poem, we will discuss here the short summary of the poem, okay? And we will narrate the whole poem, fine? And afterwards we will discuss the glossary portion, then we will come back to the thinking about the poem. So student, everyone are familiar with the poem and I hope you have seen those two videos which were uploaded there on the group. So student, I insist you please watch that videos on this poem thoroughly and understand the real meaning of both the stanzas which were divided among part 1 and part 2. So student, before beginning the question and answers, let's narrate the beautiful poem which is Wind. Wind. Wind, come softly. Don't break the shutters of the windows. Don't scatter the papers. Don't throw down the books on the shelf. There, look what you did. You threw them all down. You tore the pages of the books. You brought rain again. You are very clever at poking fun at weaklings. Poking fun at weaklings. It means poet is talking to the wind. Okay. So weakling means here the wind used to take away the weak peoples away in its force. Then comes another line. Frail, crumbling houses, crumbling doors, crumbling rafters, crumbling wood, crumbling bodies, crumbling lives and trembling hearts. So crumbling means breaking. So the wind have broken the houses, broken the doors, broken the rafters. Do you know rafters? It is explained there on the video. It means beam where you used to increase your heights by hanging over it. Then wood, you have broken the wood, then you have broken the bodies and you have broken the lives, even hearts of the peoples. Why you did all these kind of things? Here the poet Subramanya Bharati is talking to the wind and complaining about his work. Then comes the second stanza. The wind god Venus and crushes them all. He won't do what you tell him. So student, the meaning of the first line of the second stanza is the wind god Venus and crushes them all. It means Venus, do you know? And you have seen the ladies who are separating the grains from the dust. So they used to carry the grain somewhere on the tub and they used to put it down when the heavy wind blows out and the dust will get away and the stronger one will fell down on the carpet. So it is called the process of Venus. Okay, so it means here the real meaning of it is nature sifts the weak things from the strong ones. It means nature, wind, separate the weak things from the stronger ones. This is what happening here in this poem. Here in this poem, poet is telling the 2 or 3 meaning. He is telling that nature separates the weak things with the stronger. In the same manner, in our own lifestyle in the society, where weak peoples are separated from the strong peoples. Okay, this is what here the poet wants to say with the help of the poem. Okay, so these kind of meanings can be well revised in the poetic devices. Then comes the third line. So come, let's build strong homes, let's join the doors firmly, practice to form the body, make the heart steadfast. Do this and the wind will be friends with us. So we have to be strong enough. We should accept the challenges. If you stand still in front of the wind, it never do anything to you. If you're afraid of it, you will go away somewhere in the deep away with the wind force. Do this and the wind will be friends with us. The wind blows out weak fires. He makes the strong fires roar and flourish. His friendship is good. We praise him every day. See students, such a beautiful poem. This Subramanya Bharati have written this, and it is translated from the Tamil. Okay, by whom? By A.K. Ramurjan. Okay, and here the Tamil poet written this beautiful poem. So these two poem gives the two meaning. One is for the wind and another for the common societies. What is happening in our society? What is happening in the environment? So he have given a best meaning of it. And he told about the two winds, good wind and a bad wind. So good wind means here the wind, and the bad wind means here. Okay, this is a bad wind, this picture, and this is good wind. So we can differentiate in between these two pictures. Okay, so student, this is what we have narrated the beautiful poem. Okay, now let's begin with the glossary portion of this poem. So student, here we have the glossary of the poem. Okay, glossary. Poking fun, it means making fun of. Rafters, sloping beams supporting a roof. Okay, a winnow, blow grain free of chaff. Okay, separate grain from husk by blowing on it. It is called winnow. Okay, so this is a glossary portion. So student, the poem depicts the power of wind and how it is destructive. The whole poem tells the power of the wind, okay, and how it become destructive. This is what we have learned in the two stanzas. Another, the poet describes the wind as violent that breaks everything around. It breaks the shutters of the windows, scatters the paper, and throws down books from its shelves and ever tears the pages. This is what we have learned here, student. So student, let's quickly revise the short summary of the poem with the help of the scrolling video. So student, let's begin with this. Summary of the wind. See, wind summary. As the name suggests, this poem is about wind. However, the wind is a natural phenomenon, and in the poem, the poet describes the power of the wind and calls wind destructive. Further, he links the destructive power of the wind with the difficulties of life. He says that weak people break down easily, but stronger people emerge out stronger. This is what, as I told you, this poem gives us two meaning, one for the wind and another for the society. Also, the poem gives a very important lesson that we should be mentally tough and physically strong in order to survive the hardship of life. Understood? Then, however, a weak person crumbles and breaks down like an old building. So, it is necessary that we should make these destructive forces our friends with our determination and strength. See student, how a beautiful summary it is. Okay, so you should read this summary thoroughly, pause it, write it down in your notebook for future reference. This is what we have discussed and learned in the video. Okay, then in the poem, yes, in the poem, the poet is talking to the wind and he asks the wind to come softly. Poet also says that wind should not be strong and it should come delicately and softly. Okay, then he describes, yes, that powerful wind is destructive and it breaks the shutters and windows and scatters the paper. Moreover, when the wind is very powerful, then it takes down the books from the shelves. After that, he asks the wind to look at the damage it has caused. Okay, student, this is what we have discussed. Then comes here. Further, whenever the wind is strong, yes, whenever the wind is strong, all the weak things like plants, children, etc. get fearful and sometimes get hurt. In the initial part of the poem, the poet is referring to the wind as a young child. Firstly, he said that it comes softly as a child does. Later on, we come to know that it became destructive like a youth full of energy, violence and destruction. Okay student, understood? Fine. Then comes the Yes, another one. In the next pair, he continuously repeated the word crumbling to lay stress that everything crumbles in the face of strong wind. Okay, so the poet wants to say that everything breaks when the wind is very strong and powerful. He says that weak houses, weak doors, beams, wooden structures, bodies of people, animals, etc. all fall and crumbles. In addition, everything which is weak reacts by breaking or falling down in the face of hardship. Hence, the poet says that whenever weak people faces an hardship or challenge in life, they fall or break down. Okay, this is what we have learned. Then comes the next paragraph of the summary. In the next paragraph, he addresses the wind as wind god, and he says that the powerful god of wind examines, meaning it shifts people and those who are weak fall down and get crushed. Very important, student, note it down in your notebook. Therefore, here the poet made a comparison between wheat and people. Just like we sort the wheat to separate the grain from the chaff, in the same way the wind god separates the strong people from weak people. Moreover, when there is strong wind, all the things that are weak fall and get crushed. Okay, student, just understand this. Then comes another one. After that, the poet wants us to make friends with the wind, that is, the hardship in our lives. He says that we should be ready for the problems as they will come and will not listen to us. Also, we should build strong homes and close the doors of our house firmly so the wind cannot enter them. Moreover, the poet says that we should make our hearts and bodies stronger to face these challenges. And when we are strong enough to face challenges, then we will not feel troublesome. Okay, very beautiful paragraph, student. Okay, then comes here, last one. He keeps the wind on a pedestal and comparing it to God. Okay, the poet says that wind is a god and we praise it daily. He also adds that everything that is weak gets over in the face of the strong wind. Okay, the weak peoples will get over in the eyes of the god. In addition, all the things that are strong flourish and strong and grow stronger. The poet gives us the message we should make ourselves physically and mentally strong to face these challenges. Also, when we become their friends, then we will be happy as they will help us to become stronger and better, because the challenges and hardship of the life make us better. So student, such a beautiful morality and the thing we have learned from the short summary of this poem. So student, write it down, this short summary, in your notebook by pausing this video and note it down in your literature notebook. And in the same manner, we are going to discuss the question and answers. So let's begin with the question and answers, or thinking about the poem. So student, here we have thinking about the poem. So the question one is, what are the things the wind does in the first stanza? So answer is, in the first stanza, the wind breaks the shutters of the windows, scatters the papers, throws down the books from the shelf, tears the pages of the books and brings rain. This is what we have learned from the first stanza, and it is given there here on the first stanza. Okay, then comes the second question here. Yes, have you seen anybody winnow grain at home or in a paddy field? What is the word in your language for winnowing with a question mark? What do people use for winnowing? Give the words in your language if you know them. So student, this question is for us. We have to make the answer for this question. So winnowing means, you can see the picture which is given there on the page number 31, where two women are winnowing. Okay, they were separating the dust from the grains. In the same manner, wind also separate the weaker from the stronger ones. Okay, in the society also, weaker peoples are separated from the stronger people. All right, so we have to praise the stronger, we have to praise the god, okay, to bring the unity among the people, among the society. In the same manner, we have to praise the wind to bring the unity among the weaker and stronger things. All right, so here the answer we will get, though by the way they have told to make the answer by ourselves, let's understand this answer. Yes, I have seen many women winnowing grains in villages. Okay, it is generally known as Patkhna, okay, Pikhorna, Anaj Parchna in Hindi. People use chaj, winnowing fan, for winnowing. So student, let's bring out the Kannada word, what you used to say for the winnowing. Find it out and write it down there below the question. Now comes the question number 3. What does the poet say the wind god winnows? Okay, what does? So the question is, what does the poet say the wind god winnows? Why the poet say that the wind god winnows? Let's read it out the answer. The poet says that the wind god winnows the weak crumbling houses, doors, rafters, wood, bodies, lives and hearts, and crushes them all. So this is the answer here. Okay, what does the poet says the wind god winnows? Then comes the another question. Question number 4. Why should we do to make friends with the wind? Answer is, to make friends with wind, we need to build strong homes with firm doors. We should also practice to make our bodies and hearts stronger. Okay, so this is a perfect answer for the question number 4, which says, what should we do to make friends with the wind? For this purpose, we should make friends with the wind. Then comes the question number 5. What do the last 4 lines of the poem mean to you? Answer is, in the last 4 lines, the poet inspires us to determine and face all the hardships or obstacles coming in life courageously. Okay. He tells us that the wind can only extinguish the weak fires but intensifies the stronger ones. See, okay. In the same way, people who do not fight against the challenges coming in their life, they have to face the failure. This is what we have discussed in the poem. On the other hand, those who stay determined and make sincere efforts to meet their goals, they come out to be successful. So this is what here the answer says. Okay, then comes the last question. How does the poet speak to the wind? In anger or with humor? You must also have seen or heard of the wind crumbling lives. What is your response to this? Is it like the poets? So the answer is, the poet speaks to the wind with anger. Okay, yes, I have heard of the strong winds causing plenty of damage and destruction to both life and property. Storms, cyclones and strong winds wreak havoc on lands. They uproot trees, destroy houses and claims thousands of lives. Okay student, and what else they have given? Though winds come strongly, devastating properties mercilessly, yet we cannot ignore the other facet of the wind. It brings rain, it cools the land and makes the climate pleasant. Nowadays, wind energy is harnessed for several useful purposes, including turning windmills, wind turbines and generating electricity. So this is what here the 6th question's answer is. So student, here we have discussed the first 6 questions of the thinking about the poem, and next we will discuss that. Okay, this is all about here related to the poem. So student, in this video we have narrated the poem, we have discussed the glossary portion, we discussed the short summary of the poem Wind, even we have discussed the question and answers. So student, write it down the question and answers in your fair notebooks, okay, by pausing the video, and have a proper notes of it when the visiting squad comes to your home and checked your notebooks. So student, and here we prepare this lesson for the test. At any time I will take the test of this poem and even the lessons which were taught behind. So student, for the time being, take care and have a nice day.